Hi guys, it's Stefan from HOYA. Today I want to talk about lens additions and why do you sell lens additions to your patient. So the idea behind it is we want our patients to get something more or get something better. If a patient likes, or let's rather say if a patient loves his glasses, he will come back to you to have them replaced in a year or 2 years' time. The first lens addition is the KFML ARC or anti-reflective coat. So why do we sell anti-reflective coats? There are a bunch of positives and benefits to your patient. Let's first start. The first one is aesthetics, or shall we say it makes the glasses just look better. So if you guys look around, you would notice you cannot buy a camera or a pair of binoculars without anti-reflective coatings on their lenses. Why is this? Well, if we look at a pair of glasses and you see a bunch of reflections off of it, firstly, it makes the lens look thicker than what it is. Secondly, if we see through it and you see your own eyes, it also enhances the picture. Can you imagine taking a selfie and every time you take the picture, instead of your eyes, you see reflections of light around you? The same thing with somebody posing for their wedding photos. And the flash from the photographer just gives you these flashes in your eyes instead of your eyes. So anti-reflective coat help us to see, firstly, the object behind the glasses. Secondly, they make the glasses look thinner. That's the first reason to prescribe it. The second reason is performance. So any light that's reflected off a lens surface does actually not go through that lens. So with anti-reflective coat, less light is reflected, meaning more light goes through the lens and we see more. So you will have better, more contrasted vision through lenses with anti-reflective coat. Another reason is scatter. Now what is scatter? Light that hits a lens surface will sometimes reflect in a bunch. It almost looks like a starburst. It scatters all over the place, the light beam. That is scatter that bothers us especially when driving at night. So the car that's coming onto you, their lights usually look like starbursts instead of a nice little dot of light. So for people driving at night or people sitting in front of a computer screen where light tends to scatter a lot and you sit with a frown on your forehead trying to see it, for those people the ARC coat is ideal. Number 4 is protection of the lens. So a lens with an anti-reflective coat on it, it's much tougher and harder to scratch than a lens with just a hard coat on it. There are a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, the materials used for the ARC is much tougher and harder. Secondly, there's a coating or a layer in the ARC we call an anti-static coat. So what the anti-static coat does, it prevents dust from clinging to your lenses. And if we can prevent dust sitting on the lens, when we wipe our lenses clean, there's a lot less chance of scratching those lenses. And in addition, there's another coat or layer in ARC called hydrophobic coat. Now, as the word would suggest, it is a layer that's afraid of water. So what happens is you walk with your glasses outside and it starts to rain. And instead of that rain smudging your lenses all over, what you get is discrete droplets that forms on the lens and now runs away, and you can actually still use your glasses. So for these reasons, ARCs don't just look good, they don't just perform better optically, but they also protect your lenses. The other add-on I want to talk about is called Climate Eyes. So again, as the name would suggest, this is a tint that would change its color according to the climate. So when we go outside in bright sunlight, the tint will go nice and dark to protect us against the harmful rays of the sun. Indoors, it goes clear again, and you'll be surprised how clear they get. Sometimes it's even hard to distinguish between that and a clear lens. So Climate Eyes is a coating that's put on the lens. What is good about it? Well, first of all, it protects our eyes against harmful UVA and UVB rays. Secondly, you're not limited to the choice of lens you give the patient. So we can put Climate Eyes, whether it being on a single vision, it can be on a bifocal or a multifocal. We can put it on all different lens materials, so we can do it on normal plastic materials like CR39 all the way to the higher end materials. And lastly, you can still coat your ARC coat above the Climatize. So for a patient, the advantages is he's got comfortable vision no matter what the light intensity is, and we can give him all these other advantages of still getting the lens he chooses. He can still get the frame that he chooses, and it's appropriate for all age groups. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit on how you should tell your patients to take care of their lenses. Now, cleaning of glasses sounds like a very ordinary everyday thing. The big enemy we've got is dust. Whether the dust being on the lens, or if we decide to use something like our shirt or our jersey to wipe our lenses, whether there's dust on there. So here are a couple of pointers I want you guys to follow. Firstly, tell the patient to rinse their glasses under a running tap of water. Once they've done that, dry the glasses with a clean towel. If that towel, however, has been washed in fabric softener, sometimes you get that it leaves a sticky residue. So a normal clean towel will do the trick. Please avoid toilet paper and kitchen towels. There are wooden particles in that, very fine, but they can also damage the lenses. And then once you've done that, the best is to clean them with a microfiber cloth, or an ARC cloth as we call it, since they were designed to clean lenses with ARC on them, to give you that pristine shine or clear lens look that you're after. And with all of that said, good luck out there and happy selling.